Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Before we get started, I would appreciate it if you would click on the red S subscribe button located in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and also like the video. The title of today's video is R and SQLite, a match made in heaven. A few notes before we get started with the code. First, SQLite doesn't have a date type. Dates are stored as characters. Second, SQLite doesn't have any security features. Third, SQLite is small, fast, and easy to bundle with apps. Fourth, there is a link to my COVID-19 SQLite database on Github in the description below. This database is updated daily and contains the COVID-19 data from New York Times, Johns Hopkins, and European Center for Disease Prevention and Control. So we begin by cloning the repository, the repo on GitHub. You can see it's called base R because we're using base R. The subject is COVID-19, and we're using the SQLite database package to manage the database with. So let's come over here, RStudio, click New Project, click Version Control, click Git. Now let's clone the repo. And here we are. So let's go back, open up the R Markdown file, see what we have here. Okay, the first thing we need to do is install the RSQLite package. Now I've already installed it, so I'm not going to do it again, but that's the first step. Next, we load the library command to load the library. Next, we use the db connect command to create or connect to a database. Notice that inside the DB name variable is a path statement and the name of the SQLite database. So in this case, the database is located in the current directory and it's called base.r.sqlite3. So next we just go through the usual step of importing some data. As I mentioned before, since SQLite doesn't have a date field, we need to convert the date to a character. Then we're just going to verify that it is a character. Now comes the DB write statement. This is a database connection. This is the name of the table we want to create. And this is the data frame, which you want to use to create the data table. Overwrite means recreate the table every time this script is run. Next, we use a db get query to pull data out of the database to create a data frame in our case. Once again, the connection string. Within these quotes, you can pretty much put any SQL statement you want that returns results. So you can see here, I'm going to return a result of only the records that have US as a GOID. Then we convert it back to a date. Then we verify that it is a date. And then we just simply do a quick plot of the cases. Now, there is one other command I want to mention, and that is the db send query. The difference is send query doesn't return a result set. It simply executes a command on the database. In this case, we're going to create an index called date on the date reported field in the COVID-19 database. Then we list the tables again, and we do db connect. So now let's run the script and see what we have. Okay. All this up here is fine. db write table. Okay. The get query. Convert the date back, the date report field back to a date, and then just look at the output. So now here we can see that the date field is now back in a date format. And here's a plot of our cases. And here's where we create the index. Now let's actually take a look at the database. And here you can see the index. Here's the index. Here's the index name, and this is the field that's being indexed. Let's go to Browse Data, and here we can see the data. Finally, here's your challenge for this week, to share the Caribou Data Science channel with one of your friends. Well, that's all for today, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for joining me today on the Caribou Data Science YouTube channel.